All right, we're rolling. Happy Friday, everyone. How are we doing? It's time for a Friday night shit show. I am sitting beside some of those Hunza Valleys that I've been yapping about nonstop for the last few months, giving them a good old fashioned default, and I completely lost track of time. So my apologies for that, but I don't think I'm very late. I think it's only a couple minutes or so. So once again, my apologies, but worse things have happened for sure. Um, First up, what y'all smoking on? I've been doing some dabs. I've got some the hell is it? Some Donny Burger butter. Here's what I'll be smoking on here for dabbing on in a minute here once I get done what I'm doing. We got this plant right here. This is my number 3. This is my favorite plant out of them that I've got mostly defoliated right now. And then I'll get to this one over here in a second and get it going. How you doing, noob? What up, Fluff? What up, Sheldon? What up, Dr. LeBay? What up, Cariboo? I see you there in the live chat, brother. um, so yeah, it's a long weekend up here in Canada. I don't know if my American friends get to have an extra day off and all that stuff. I'm one of those people where I don't even pay attention to stat holidays or anything like that. I just kind of go into work and be like, oh, yeah, you don't come into work on Monday, which happened to me yesterday. So I'm like, oh, sweet. I'm always happy to not go into work. And I'm even happier to get paid to not go into work. So I'm stoked about that. I'd like to go do something. I don't want to be stuck around the house doing a whole bunch of nothing. It's getting to be decent weather out, and it's also weather providing if it's shitty and rainy. Well, I've been working outside in the shitty and rainy for a while now. All right, I'm just kind of I'd rather not. If I can, I say it all the time on the show. You guys probably get tired of it, but it's part of my job requires me to be out in the weather. Rain, shine, for snow, sleet, you name it, for the good, the bad. And therefore, if it's kind of cold and icky outside, I'm just like, I just turn to go into straight like hibernation mode. I don't want to, but so yeah, but I think it's supposed to be a pretty decent weekend here. I don't know. Thanks, Fluff. I see that one, man. I'm stoked about these, and it's funny. I looked on the mails when I got in there. Well, I looked on everything, obviously, when I got home, and the mails, the one that was kind of sickly looking, is starting to come around. And I really don't want to get rid of it because it's definitely got the bigger, what the fuck, what are they called? The male version of buds, like just the whole package. Like you can see, it would be just big, fat ones. And it's a shorter, stouter plant. Whereas the other one, the one that I kind of liked a little bit more and is definitely healthier looking, it's taller, it's skinnier, even like where the buds would be, where the pollen sacs are. Is that anthers? Is that what I'm looking for? They're more just taller and narrower. And that plant is already growing up past the fucking light. And so I got this headache to figure out, like, okay, well, how do I get this? It's a 5-foot tent, and at least I've got a little small light in there, but I figure I've got another week to figure it out. Or I might even just bend it right over, and all of a sudden, instead of the whole thing going up, it's now doing that. Because I figure next week I'll give these ladies and everything else in here one more week to do their thing, and then I'll throw the boys in there for probably about another week as I go away out of town. After that, I'll kill whichever male I don't want in there. Spray them down to get rid of any stray pollen that could have been from the other male that was in the tent, the dead male, and give them a few days to regenerate. I'm going to throw them in a tent with Fluff's Bam, which I've got one right over here, and one of Adam's grapple fritters is over there. And I've also got one of my Catahulas that I want to touch with this stuff as well. So we're pretty stoked about that. really look for that. I also good news today. I mean, I got to stop by, hang out with Joel Scott today for a brief little bit. So cool thing is we're working a contract which has us really maybe 15-20 minutes from his house. So he had won some seeds there recently, and I was able to stop. And well, actually, I did. I've forgotten left his package of seeds that was actually meant for him, either here or at my parents' place. I haven't looked for it yet. I've been kind of, for a relaxed, chill mode since I got home. Was able to get him some of the grapple fritters, and I'll stop in there on the way home, our way back up there, either Tuesday after work or Monday if I go there the night before to chill and stop in. So that's cool. I really like being able to stop in and bullshit with y'all. Like I had that chance of meeting Hurt and Albertan about 3 years ago, and I think this is the third time I've actually run into Joel now, and it's cool, man. Good shit, talking garden and stuff like that. Took me on a bit of a tour of his outside garden or garden to be, and he's got some cool shit going down, man. Joel Scott, I believe, can probably rock some serious auto flowers, I believe. And we'll kind of leave it at that one. But hell of a dude. Why don't we do a dab frog? So you guys got to get effed up for me. Damn, how long the stem is on that one. It's a long one. Damn. All the fellas are like, I wish my stem was that long. I know, right? Living in the good life here. Take that off, I guess. Oh, yeah. Beyond stoked for this. Beyond stoked. So, so if I'm planning on pollinating next week, that means, and making that last for about another week kind of throughout after that, because once again, like I said, I'll go out of town for about 4 or 5 days and then come back and kind of give it one last shake, the 2 plants, and get them doing their thing. And then we'll, after that, about 8 weeks or so, let those seeds develop. Joel's already asked for some of these and was like, yep, absolutely. Because I'm hoping to be passing through there on my way to my parents' place quite frequently this summer. In a perfect world, I'll be working up in that area all summer long. However, only a few brief moments in my life have I ever known the world to be perfect. The first time I held my daughter being one of those, and so I probably won't be working up there all summer, but probably for the next 2 months is probably pretty realistic. And it ain't hard to just go for a drive, 4-hour drive, go see mom and dad, let the kid go see grandma and grandpa, and go play in the garden, because I'm really excited to have that opportunity where, it's just, my dad's just like, here's the garden, do it, or, well, here's outside, do it. Okay, I'll do it. Build you a garden, then, old man. It's get him rocking. I'm so stoked that he's get that garden. It has his attention taken and raptured, like way better than I was actually thinking. Like it's like as good as I was hoping, which is so much better than I was expecting. You know what I mean? Man, it's just really cool. So you see him out there every day. So he's got some of Thunder Dan's Bambalam, or sorry, not Thunder Dan's Bambalams, Thunder Dan's Pure Widows out there, going in a couple different spots, just seeing what hell they'll do with different sun. Once again, we'll rig up some kind of makeshift shelters on all those and just see what it takes to get them going on through there, and see if we can get some finished product going on. And, see what we can do. We had a good scare there. I think I mentioned this a day or two ago, where I walk into my parents' place to start the show or start the shift there, and my mom is like shooting, fuck it, do you need me to let you in? Okay. Someone's gonna jump in here after I shut up, I guess. But anyways, I get to my parents' place. My dad's kind of, oh, you have too many plants. We don't have any more room. And I'm like, dude, I'm not putting them inside. Like, relax kind of thing, right? Just thought it was a weird way of greeting me. And then my mom wasn't home. And my mom gets home and starts like firing fucking laser beams and daggers and fucking flamethrower shit out of her eyes at me because her phone bill, her hydro bill had doubled and from like, I think she says like it's usually about $500 a month, and now it's up over $1,100 for a month. And she's blaming the one Canon LED and one other, I think it's a 3-bar LED light, probably about a 200 watt equivalent ish, somewhere around there. And she's trying to tell me that fucking jacked her power bill up by, you know, for $600 between those two lights. And I'm like, okay, the way my mom's looking at me right now, she'll fucking throat punch me without fucking hesitating and fuck my shit up once I can't breathe. And I'm not willing to have this, nah, mom, that's not possible argument with her right now. But you can see in her eyes, the agitation is real. She just got a massive fucking hydro bill and she wants me dead because of it. Because it must be because it all happened right around the time I showed up and started working there, right? And so I'm like, what the fuck? What is it saying? I actually lost sleep over this because I honestly, I don't care if my parents are mad at me. They've been spent enough of their lives pissed off at me. What's another couple days kind of thing? But I don't want to be a financial drain to them or anyone else. And so what is it? There's an electrical drain somewhere coming from somewhere, some way, somehow. What is it? And realize that my dad, typical gardener, just like us, he's only got like a small handful of cannabis plants, he's got a shit ton of veggie starts going on. Like, it is insane. And so he's been putting them out in both the small greenhouse out in the backyard and in a makeshift kind of lean-to style greenhouse off the front of the house, and putting little small space heaters out there, running them all night. And I'm like, yeah, you do that for 2 months and they'll jack your shit up. And so there's a sigh of relief because, you know, fucking, hey, I was right. And I haven't even spoken to my mom about that. It's not about like I was right, you were wrong at all. But I told my dad, I explained that to him that, you know, this is the deal for you. And, you know, and he's like, oh, yep. Never even thought of that. And then was thankful about that because I think my mom was like, when the plants that are in there now are to like go outside and they're done, we're shutting that shit down. Like, it's fucking done. And I really don't think my dad wants it to be done. I think he wants to be able to continue doing his thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'll get geared right down come summer because why does he need to be growing indoors unless he's got some kind of special project? You fucking throw it outside. Let the sun do its work for the most part. But it's
I thought you were just going to figure out it was still somehow going to be your fault because you were the one who plugged the heater in.
I didn't actually, though. I am actually innocent on that one.
Nice. It's always good when you can point it back to the old man and be like, look, Mom, I told you I didn't do it.
It was like, dude, like, go bitch at your fucking husband. Like, I wish I could have said that. Did you know how good that would feel to you actually use that? Like,
right? For how many times it was, you know what? Go bitch at your kid about that. You know what? Go bitch at your old man about that, all right?
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure she does.
Absolutely.
And they've been together too long for them not to be, so. But yeah. How's your night going, man?
Oh, I've been fucking, I think sinuses got a hold of me, either allergies or something, had me all fucked up the past couple days, but just trying to be better. Oh, you know, but I was enjoying the view. I love it. You were kind of like doing the whole between two ferns things, except you were like between two pot plants.
I know, and like really cool too. Just get a stem rub off this.
Which one? All right. So what do you got over to your left?
This is another Hunza Valley. So this is my number. So this is my number 3, which was my favorite pheno out of all of them so far. Just I like it. It's pretty similar to this one. I just like it a little bit better, right? A little bit better structure, and I just like it. So you know how sometimes there's no rhyme or reason to why you like a plant better. A lot of that right here, I think, really.
Yeah.
And then this one would definitely be my second favorite. Now I have an issue because I picked this one and another one that's already in there that's been done up. So I basically had the 3 females that I picked out before I flipped them. And I was really hoping that I'd done a perfect pick on those. And because all I really wanted was, like, if I could have these 3 big females, I'll get a shit ton of seeds out of there, more than I'll need for certain. And get 3 of them like that. But and I was hoping for 4 males just for the genetic diversity. And then I can cut 4 plants, get those out of the way, and have that extra space. I got 2 males and 5 females. So these ones will be good because they're in great big pots. They're going to finish out. I have no fear of that. The other 2 are still in 1-gallon pots. So actually, I'll get this one that I'm working right now out of the way and show you. Here's my number 5 Pinot. Right, shaving legs and all that stuff. 1-gallon pot, and it's about 2.5 feet tall.
Yeah, that's about what everything I got fucking making seed right now looks like. Almost exactly like that. Shaver up to the top, kind of tall and skinny, but it's kind of where I like them.
Yeah. Well, I'm worried about being like that. They're like legit landrace genetics, like be a little unstable, and anything not getting light as much light down here is potentially maybe going to herm and flip on me. And like when I get time to actually do a proper run of these, because one of the first things I'm going to do is, well, honestly, I'm going to run the BAM crossed with the Hunses first. That's the very first thing I'm going to do. But side by side, I may run some of the straight Hunses with them as well. And I forget the point of why I was going to run more after that. There's more to it, I promise, but I'm high as shit and should probably maybe consider dabbing so I can get even higher. Yeah.
I was like super stoked, man. I went and looking through my tent the other day, and my boy is just dropping pollen everywhere already. So yeah, I was I was talking with Terp a little bit about it, and I was like, I've been doing everything from, like giving it a wave to you pull the fan leaf back like almost like a rubber band and just let her snap and just watch the fucking pollen go. And yeah, I've grabbed an old makeup brush from the wife, and it was dabbing some here and dabbing. I'm just fucking sprinkling that shit everywhere like fairy dust right now.
Yeah, I think what I'm hoping to do is I'll get, like, the males are in their own tent in a different room right now. And I'm hoping I'll be able to get, like, the BAM, the grapple fritter, and the Catahoula out of here and into a different part of the house so that they're not going to get pollinated by both males. I'll pick and choose which one I want for that job a little later. Because I'm actually looking at that short stout one that was all yellowed up and shit earlier, because he is starting to get his color back pretty good. And just what would be nug sets but happen to be pollen sets on there they're big. It's a shorter plant, and it just looks like it would work kind of just from the look so far, the structures. Like it would, I feel like
he's stacking.
Yeah, I think it would be so badass. So that's probably what'll end up happening is that one, but we'll see. We still got about another 2 weeks to decide that one, I guess.
Yeah. I was just kind of stoked that mine turned out the way it did. This was always going to be a test pollination anyway on the flip and see what he did. But I'm really, I think, did I put pictures of him up at some point? I don't remember if I put any pictures of him up yet or not, but man, I'm loving the way the structure on him's looking. It's day 20, and we have at least, a couple fan leaves all full of pollen already from drop. And I don't feel like that's too early, we got nice flower set on the females already, or a nice bolting, whatever you want to call it nowadays. But so I think everything's right on track, man, and it is just looking fantastic. So I'm really stoked at how he's turning out. It's kind of happy when you grab that boy and he just looks good, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping he gets a little color to him. He is green as green gets, and it's looking like the more flower, it's getting more towards like a lime green too. You know, like you know how some of those ones when you flip them the flower and they just instantly kind of like yellow and never like no matter what you do they just kind of they're like a lighter green flowering plant. You know,
Yeah.
and I do believe he's gonna stay that way. So that part's not the greatest in the world. I like a little color, but I'm okay with it, you know, for the rest of them.
That's your band right there. So this is the one that's going to get pollinated by the Hunza Valleys right there.
You're going to need a little support on them lowers when that motherfucker gets into flower. That's for sure.
You think, fuck, holy, man. Like, look how, like, that's a 1 gallon pot and they want to stretch out. You know how you put something in like small shoes? Usually they want to kind of stand there like they're in a telephone booth or something.
No, they like to get it.
But like, so, but this is one of the reasons why I wanted to use this plant as my project plant for outdoors at the folks' place, because I've seen how she'll get bushy. Like this one hasn't been topped. And if I give it time, and it won't need a lot of time, these will catch up to the top. And that's what I like.
The closer it gets to the light, happier everything gets with that. I've seen that structure in my bands, and that's exactly it, man. Once everything kind of gets there, it stays there. And the closer to light it gets, the happier that fucker. That specific, like, kind of structure, I've noticed it loves fucking light. Like, I don't know if you can give it enough, you know, type of plant.
Yeah, well, and these Hunzas are fucking, they're a lot the same, man, where they were still pretty small plants in 1 gallon pots when the sides had already kind of candelabred out on them and caught up with the tops. I haven't topped any of them yet. And they're just kind of, you know, they're just happy. They're full. But I come home and I look in the tent, and when you look down below, you could see it's like dark down there. So they needed a Series D full, but I also had a good thing happen. So I ordered another LED light. Remember when I was talking about my flies on? It says it's made for a 4x4 tent. It is not. However, if you get another one just like it and put that in a 4x4 tent, it looks like I got pretty good fucking coverage in there now. So,
you already got a second one of the same one, and now you really got her fucking ripping in there?
Yeah, it showed up while we were out of town at the post office. So on the way home, we hit the post office, and we got that light ripping in there now. And it's kind of, yeah, well, fuck, let's see if I can get look see at it over here. So when you look at on Amazon, it says it's a 2,000 watt light, which is absolute horseshit. I go with, you know, it says a 4x4 footprint, which is a little bit more realistic for vegging. Yeah, absolutely. But it was just, you know, in the corners, you get a little bit of a dark shadow. Even in that corner there, you can still see it's a little bit dark. So
yeah, they're a small fixture for a 4x4. I don't remember if they ever said, if I ever even looked at it, whether it said it was a 4x4 veg or flower footprint. But yeah, 4x4 is it for that specific size. I don't know. It just ain't quite get it, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like we'll be happy with this one here. This one is one of Tyler's investment dogs right there. Excited about that. Let's see if we can get in and look at some. You know, this is one of my Hunzas. That's the number 3. So that's the one I like the best. See some hair starting to come in.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how far in are you? Like, yeah, you right at like your 2 week mark.
Right, I think it might be exactly 2 weeks today. I'd have to go look at the calendar for sure. But I don't usually have a hard date on when I try to defull. Usually for when I'm in bloom, I'll usually try and do one somewhere in around the week 2 to week 3. Oftentimes it happens closer to like week 5 because I just lose track of time and shit like that. And it'll just kind of be like, okay, I got bud sites that need light. And, you know, when you look down below, like I was earlier today, when I just kind of checking stuff out, it's like, okay, shit down below is getting no light at all. So as I mentioned earlier, you get a little bit of a worry that you might end up with some nanners down there, which we don't need that. Oh, that's why I was talking about doing the Hunzas later. where we can play around. But for the first initial breeding project, we don't want nanners. We just want straight balls and hares and all that, and let them do their thing. And yeah, fucking excited.
Right. Yeah, that's why you were talking about shaving them skirts up real high, making sure that you were getting light down to the fucking bottom of those canopies. That way, all them lower, what could see light was seeing light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
and I think that's how you got on the BAM too. Was because that's you can definitely see the cookies kind of jump out in the BAM, and that's always been one. If you're gonna grow cookies, you better fucking make sure everything's seeing plenty of light, or you're gonna see those issues. So that kind of hard strip up, or stripping of the or shaving of the legs or whatever. It's pretty important when you grow certain fucking genetics.
This one's already going to need support. So I probably got some tomato cages outside.
I was going to say, man, I love the look of that one, but it looks a little bit floppy.
Yeah. She's got a lot of weight. And Leaves helping try and lean her. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's one that's, it almost gives me like those GG vibes, like you just fucking throw it in a trellis right away and it'll treat you well. Taking a taste? What you got? Is it salty?
Like no taste.
None?
Not
none?
Sweet. Like just like greenery.
Just green, huh? Yeah, green's good. Does it have any kind of outstanding terps anywhere in it while you're like fucking with it? They're picking any off or anything like that?
Every once in a while you get kind of like a sour.
Okay.
Which is the best I think of, where it's like, and you're like, oh, did I smell that? And then, when you go back in looking for it for that second whiff so you can actually identify it, and then it's gone. And kind of has a lot of what I would call your typical cannabis smell when you stem rub it, right? I'm not one of those people who gets wicked smells off the stem rubs. I get, there's kind of a few different general smells on stems that I find, and one will be kind of sweeter, one will be what I think I understand is the vomit smell that you hear about. Kind of has that a little bit of acrid smell to it, and probably one or two others that I'm not thinking about at the moment.
Yeah.
My mind is pretty odd.
Hey, Jay, I think I'd probably just knock it down 10% every like couple days or something, just be like, boop, drop her down and then boop, do it again in a few days. You say you only got 13 left. So yeah, I'd probably take 30% off in those, like drop it down 30% over the next 13 days. It'd be fun. I believe it would probably help you. I know that I have seen other schedules from companies and other people who write you the great books of growing weed, and they talk a lot about kind of adjusting the lights, actually ramping up and down throughout the whole cycle to where you only kind of peak for a little bit in the middle, just like fucking most high school boys. But so I know it's a fairly common practice, but I know I've turned mine down. I mean, I'm what are we? I'm 20 some odd. Fuck, I don't know how long I am from the end now, but I've taken my lights down 20% so far, and I'm gonna go down. Now I'm pushing pretty hard, but I plan on going down even more. I'm gonna try to hit around 50% by the end and see how the plants like it. They're so high in there. Yeah, you're so close to the lights that I don't think it'll be, I'm still getting a good amount of par. See, I've got 13 more. No, I've fucking got 13 more days too. That's funny.
You guys are like twins.
Whoa. Get back there. All right. from 80 to 60 in the last 10 days. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I figure, you know, in the last part of it, you're just trying to kind of keep your photo cycle. There's some cultivars that I've definitely run across, you know, where you got those last couple week, or that last 2 or 3 week where it started building. Hi, G-Bay.
Going on.
Yeah, you know, but very rarely do I get one that bulks super huge in the end where I'm like, I don't know if I should turn my lights down, you know, and so I'd rather save the heat, the energy, all that, let the terps build up. So I'm pretty in favor, especially when you're only on those last couple days, that last week and a half, you know, 2 weeks. I mean, you know, you're not going to be making or breaking a whole lot at this point. You know, terps you can absolutely fucking make or break, right? I'd rather fucking completely save my terps rather than worry that I lost a small percentage of weight, you know, from not letting it get enough photons at the end of the cycle, personally. So, what's up, G-Bay? How you doing this evening, bud?
I was out ripping around on the bike.
Nice,
Doing the brap raps?
Therapy, yeah. Ended up at a bonfire at a buddy's house there. A bunch of kids running around, man. It was nice. You know, one of those family backyards. It was like just buzz of excitement. I was like, man, this is pretty nice. But I got to go hang with the boys and girls.
Yeah. So what's smoking on tonight?
I don't know yet. I fucking blew everyone's mind. They haven't hung out with old Jeebs in a while. I haven't been out with the friends, and I brought out some what was it, Clementine live resin to put in their joints. They couldn't handle her, but we dialed them in. I'm gonna hit some primal punch in my ball vape though. That's what I'm doing.
Is it all hot and ready? You got hot balls?
No,
ready
I just turned it
to put in
on.
your mouth.
Easy now.
What kind of temps you at, man? I was dicking around with mine the other day, and I went back up again. So I'm rolling mine at like 555 now.
525, 540 if I want to.
End the night. Is that a get her going, or is that an end the night? So that's a good one, man. So hell, for both of you guys, temp wise, you know, when you do the lemonies, the sativas, and or just flat out turn the temp down, you notice it to be a little more just kind of fuzzy, like get you moving type stuff, or is it always flat out the strain and the temperature doesn't really help you like modulate the high at all?
For me, I'm really not right now currently looking to smoke cannabis for any other, like right now, currently, I want to get blasted. So I'm high temps to the brain. Most times when I'm not this stressed out and shit and I just want to enjoy the strain, I'll back those temps down till I can get the flavors. But then generally after I've explored it a bit and been like, oh, that tastes really good down here, 540, big old blaster again. I'll go down there to check it out, but I like to hang up in the higher temps to get what I need.
So to answer the question, then yeah, you do notice that the higher temps absolutely get you fucking stony or stoned. So okay, yeah, and that's kind of where I'm usually looking for that fucking shutdown, that comfortably numb, I guess, as fucking Floyd would say. So those upper ranges are great for me. I just hate, like, I've tried to dabble in like 560, like just going up 5 more degrees, and I will absolutely fucking light that bowl on fire every time. So I got it. I'm like maxed out in what I can do in the hotness at this point. So I think I got it. Yeah, I think I got it as good as stony as I'm. Oh, you have yet to?
Yeah.
So I've actually had some super interesting ones. You'll take it and you'll have everything on the bowl, and you'll you got to dump it out, and as soon as you dump it out, the motherfucker will catch on fire. Like late time, but yeah, it like embers later. I've had it ember actually at the screen, you know, under everything. Like this, I don't know how it works. It's kind of interesting, but you know, I've had some weird ones pop up like that. That was like, how the fuck? Yeah, your question. I was like, I did the fuck. So it can get you, man.
Yes, it can.
But Caribou's all hard at work. I'm like such a proud fucking friend watching him hard at work in the garden like that.
Yeah, I'm not working too hard in the garden. Everything's ready to go outside. So it's like just keeping it watered a bit.
Did you just drop one of them?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Y'all motherfuckers working on a plant shit. I feel like I need to go get one. A plant in a box. Look at that shit. It's in a motherfucking box. Now, I'll tell you what, if you want to talk about fucking proper watering and not fucking overwatering your shit, put your shit in a box and see if you can fucking keep it together. That's pretty impressive. Is that not just a plastic? Oh, it looked like a goddamn plastic box. Or I mean a cardboard box.
I've been growing in for like the last 2 years. Well, off and on.
Now I want to fucking do that. Have you ever fucking tried it? I'm gonna try it now. We're gonna grow in a cardboard box. Fucking straight up Amazon.
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
Well, I think it'll work just fine. But I think that's the point. It's gonna teach you how to water real quick because you overwater very much and your box is gonna fall apart on you and all your soil's going bye-bye.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't even use soil. Just go straight cardboard. See what happens.
Well, just fucking straight cardboard.
Well, you think of how much like fungals and stuff like seem to like that if you just like layer it all matted down with the little corrugated fucking holes that are or whatever that are in the fucking cardboard and stuff like that for air tubes and stuff like that. At a certain point, it'll just turn to mush shit. But you, like you said, you'd have to learn how to water.
You sure gonna have to fucking learn how to water?
Oh yeah.
That sounds fun. I mean, I've dicked around and made like little ones out of like toilet paper tubes and you know your fucking paper towel rolls and things. You know, to do like garden starts and stuff. Yep. I've kept them together for I've managed to keep them together for like a couple 2-3 weeks, but then I just end up fucking chucking them in the soil. So they. Good riddance and farewell to them. Back to carbon they become. But yeah, to do a whole grow in it, that'd be a fucking trip. That's got combustions, man.
I had a buddy back in high school that claimed to grow a plant in peanut butter, in a jar of peanut butter. Had it work. I thought that was the coolest thing. Now, you have to realize we're talking probably 14, 15 years old or something like that. And how many 14 or 15
he telling you he grew it in the peanut butter?
Yeah. And he said it tasted like peanut butter. And see, that's kind of, now that I know a thing or two about growing, I think like, what's the fucking roots are going to do for oxygen is one of my first thoughts in there. But I don't know. But it's kind of curious. Does anybody got some fucking extra like crunchy Jif kicking around or something like that? Because let's give this a go.
Fucking try it, eh?
I mean, I just don't think you could. It's going to compact down upon itself, and what doesn't compact is just going to fill in with oil. And the oil is absolutely going to suffocate the fucking roots. So I don't see how it could work.
Well, we need to find out now. Who's got the Jif? Come on. Somebody's got a jar. I know my mom's got it, some like that Adams stuff that's supposed to be like really good, where it's got like the inch of oil on top of it. Yeah, we're not going to use that stuff. I think we need the chemical stuff. This will be like a bro science, kind of like with due to all the chemicals that they probably put in the peanut butter to make it smooth and all that shit. It's probably like on par with hydroponics, really. Yeah.
Like I said, doesn't this fucking mold take over at some point? Maybe that's once the oil dries out. I don't know. That's kind of like when you think about like a fucking McDonald's cheeseburger. Like if you put that shit out, it just becomes a hockey puck, but it never fucking goes back. It just dries out and turns into fucking a dried out perfect cheeseburger.
But to be fair, though, and I'm not trying to stick up for McDonald's because I'm not a fan, but like you can do that with a lot of foods, though, not just fast food. But yeah, I think the processed foods will fucking probably do a lot quicker. I would imagine, but yeah, my dad, I remember him telling me that trying to trick with like Kraft singles back when I was young, and it's go put one on a plate and fucking come back a month later, and it doesn't look much different.
Now just a little bit smaller and dried up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, exactly the same. I always thought the funny one was when someone said, all right, if you want to decide whether you want to eat margarine or butter, go put them both on the fence post in the middle of summer and then decide which one you want to eat. When the margarine's still sitting there all fucking hanging out in some weird, almost melted thing and butter's gone, you're like, yeah, I think I'll take butter.
Dude, margarine is fucked the way it'll like half melt and like, but same with like ice creams too. If you notice, like certain ice creams are clearly not fucking ice cream when it's like you could put it like in the sink, like take a scoop, put it in the sink, and like it'll just get a little bit melty-ish, but it's still kind of even got shape and stuff. Like half an hour later, you're like, go ahead, touch it. It's almost just like fucking foamish.
Oh yeah, it's like a foam at that point. You're like, what just happened to this thing, man? Fucking G-Bay coming in. You need an entrance fucking song with an entrance like that, dude? Fuck. You need some like fucking swinging saloon doors, a fucking spur kick, like. Hi everybody, G-Bay is fucking here, by the way. So fucking, you're welcome.
Y'all better fucking do a dab and pay your respects.
This is kind of a bright outfit, eh?
That wasn't the outfit. That was the way your ass fucking came busting through fucking sheet.
Well, it's like a little makeshift backdrop, right?
Respect, G-Bay. Respect.
I got shit to do. Let's go. I missed you guys, man. Sorry I was late, but I went out and seen some friends, and it was just nice to get out and hanging in the backyard by the bonfire for a minute there, and I lost track.
I think that's the point he was trying to make, Sheldon. Is we definitely bought the wrong ice cream. That's exactly the point. Oh, I need to find something to smoke.
Yeah, I left some stuff out one time, and it was like it just went warm. It didn't do anything else.
Right?
I was like, oh, okay, that's frozen dessert. That's not ice cream.
Yeah,
that's why when everyone else fucking told us we should only eat a little bit of this every so very frequently, that it was supposed to be that like once every so often treat.
Fuck that. You get ice cream around me, I will dummy that fucking thing. Whether it's
absolutely.
Whether it's real ice cream or not, I fucking I don't prejudice against ice cream.
Right, and then I became a semi-adult who could take my own happy ass with my own money to go buy my own ice cream, and it got way fucking worse. Yeah. If they would have fucking maybe like just said, yeah, have all the ice cream you want back then, maybe I wouldn't be such an idiot about it now, and I wouldn't need a fucking gallon of ice cream to myself every time I go to fucking get ice cream.
It's funny because we talk about that every so often around here in our house about how, like, when I moved in here, there was always fucking basically a jar or a bowl, like a fucking different kinds of candy and stuff, like not chocolate bars, but like hard candies and 5-cent candy type stuff for there, like help yourself. And as a result, none of the kids really seemed to eat it, whereas a lot of the kids I know that were, like, including myself, that didn't get a lot of sweets and sugars growing up are fucking just get right ridiculous. Like you want to see fucking 2 pounds of Jelly Bellies disappear in about a half hour? I'm your man. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what my favorite goddamn drink was when I was a kid that I could never have? Motherfucking Mountain Dew. You want to watch a motherfucker crush a gallon of Mountain Dew without even thinking, and don't even feel bad about it. I'm just like, yeah, motherfucker, I made a great decision. No,
Yeah.
I didn't. Not even a little bit. Now they make fucking colorful Mountain Dews that are all the fuck colors of the goddamn rainbow, and
they're terrible. I'm sorry, I tried them. I remember you
two
guys.
good ones.
You guys got me into trying them there a while back now, and I went to the store and I saw there's like 4 or 5 different kinds, and I got all of them, and I think the daughter ended up drinking all of them. I'm not a big pop drinker though. Like if I'm drinking pop, it's usually something like a cherry Coke or a Pepsi or something like that. Like it's. Although what's this new thing out there for?
I used to get in so much shit. I don't know why. Somebody's comment just made me think of it, but I love butter pecan ice cream and I hate fucking pecans. So I would sit there and dummy a whole like pint of butter pecan and I would have a pile of fucking pecans left. I wouldn't eat a goddamn one of them. They fucking just.
See, I'm not big on pecans, but I can do them if they're in the right food kind of thing. Like the ice cream, I could probably eat about half of them but have the bowl like you. But the one that is for me is like walnuts. I fucking hate walnuts, and it's like I'll sit there, same kind of thing, have a whole extra bowl, and I'll just like as soon as that rancid bitterness hits my mouth, I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to start this conversation, but you're welcome, Jay. So how do you like your nuts in this? Because I think I just put together in my head that the reason I don't like pecans and I don't like walnuts is I like a nut with texture, right? I like the nuts to be firm and crunchy. You may come fucking rolling in for this conversation. Shit.
I'm rolling up.
I gave an extra swipe that time. That was a good one. Oh.
But seriously, right? They're like the weirdest fucking texture. Like a pecan and a walnut have a weird fucking texture, man. They're like an almond, fucking crunchy, right? It's got some substance to it. That's what I like about it. They just don't have it.
See, I like macadamia nuts because of their.
There you go.
Weird, see, they got a weird texture to them. And
they do have a weird texture.
I can get down with that.
You're welcome.
See, Abolish is with me on the soft textured nuts.
Oh, but like a cashew is great. Like a fresh cashew has plenty of fucking bite to it, right? It has crunch to it. You're just crunchy wax. Nah, man, that's why you got to get the almonds that are all coated in like fucking crazy shit. Like
chocolate.
No, man, my favorite ones are the blue diamond, like honey. What do they call it? Honey mesquite or fucking habanero mesquite? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Habanero mesquite. They basically taste like you ever had like the kettle cooked or the crunchers, like mesquite barbecue chips?
Yep.
They taste just like that, except it's a fucking almond that tastes exactly like that.
See, but fucking I don't like barbecue chips.
Well, that's your fucking fault, not mine.
See, that is why I like the chocolate covered almonds, because they taste delicious.
Ah, okay. They got wasabi nuts.
See, like wasabi tastes like toxic, like waste to me. And like I like spicy food. It's not because it's hot. It's like it literally tastes like it's fucking toxic or something like that. Like someone went to the plant with Mr. Burns on The Simpsons and opened the tap in the green sludge, and that's wasabi.
I kind of agree.
I tricked
Tell your fucking wife happy birthday, noob.
Oh, happy birthday to you, Mrs. Noob. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, dude.
Oh, not noob. Miss you a noob.
Noob.
Too many new like.
It's okay.
My apologies, noob, but yeah, we got too many.
It's that overabundance of just horseradish. Like I like horseradish, but it has to be used very sparingly. It's an okay. Well, that's all wasabi is. It's just fucking horseradish. Just really fucking funky horseradish.
I tricked my daughter once. I told her it was green ketchup.
You did. How did not now? But she committed, just like full on. She's full on committed, didn't question it at all.
Just enough that, dude. Yes, she knew what it was after that.
That's funny.
She brings it up all the time.
Although, hey man, there was like this questionable period. Let's see, it was probably about fucking 20 years ago, where they decided to make different colored ketchups, and they had like purple ketchup and green. Dude, there was something. I ate the shit, and knowingly in my mind, I said, "There's nothing wrong with this." But at the same time, you can't look at it and go, "Yep, I'm going to continue to eat that." There's something fucked up with it. Like, it's just fucking wrong, man.
Well, I'm sure they color the red stuff too.
Well,
I mean, it's made with tomatoes, so it's naturally kind of fucking red. Yeah. But it's not that fucked up ass, like bright ass red that we get.
See, I like even when they made the colored tomatoes or to ketchup like all the years, I remember that shit, and I didn't eat ketchup even back then. By like grade 5, I was done with the ketchup. I like mustard. It's I don't know.
Right? Dude, mustard.
You want to know some fucking creepy ass shit that happened to me on the way to work today? I was driving to work, and I feel like
involved mustard.
Yeah, well, no, that doesn't actually. I did get mayo on my sandwich though. But anyways, we're freaking driving down to work on my way to get my sandwich and my coffee from Tim Hortons, and I feel feels like almost like a tree needle in my collarbone area right there, which happens often. I get prickles by trees, and all of a sudden, I feel something like fucking kind of squishing my fingers. It was a fucking spider that was biting me on the fucking collarbone. That got pissed off because it was getting squished by my fucking seatbelt. And where the fuck did this spider that's chewing on my collarbone come from in the first place? And how long has it been on me? And it's like you still got another 500 yards until you get to the place where you can pull out. And then I'm like, is this thing fucking poisonous? Am I going to fucking drop dead of a fucking, like, I live in the north where we don't have crazy shit like that. So thank fucking God. But man, was it ever creepy and gross. The old lady's probably trying not to piss herself laughing at me, fucking sitting right beside me.
I don't do well with spiders either. So that wouldn't have been good for me.
Well, see, but now I had this kind of peaceful truth with spiders. You stay in your tent, in that tent or over the corner. You don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. But now one of them motherfuckers full on attacked me. So it is game on. Fucking.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe he felt like you attacked him. That's why he had to fucking bite you. He was just hanging out.
My clothes.
He was hanging out. He was fucking protecting you. Fucking, he was making sure that you didn't get like some fucking fleas or some shit. And then all of a sudden you started fucking squishing him with a goddamn seatbelt. He was fighting for his fucking
life. I'm pretty sure he was trying to get to my nipple and grope me, okay? He was like right there. This was a possible.
He thought you're hot, man. What can I fucking. Come on. You should have been flattered. He was trying to give you a hickey. Maybe it was a she. Maybe she thought you were fucking stone cold sexy. I mean.
Well, the polite thing to do would be to ask my missus permission. She was sitting right there in the paddock riding shotgun.
It's a spider. It doesn't know these kind of things.
No, I'm not. You can't turn me into a 2-timing hussy in front of my old lady without at least asking her first, okay? That's going to get me
snapped. That's fair enough. I mean, that's fair. That's a fair enough reason also. So I guess if you keep putting them up, we're good.
So,
was it?
It probably was. Probably was.
No,
I think I was listening to YouTube at the time. Yeah, that would make sense. Fucking the ghost of Top Chat come to fucking, well, not bite me in the ass, but fucking bite me on the something and friggin' revenge. So now I'll probably get like the fucking necrotizing fasciitis that you get with like brown recluse spiders and other scary shit now.
You want to hear something fucked up? Like I had a buddy He come into work one day and was just like absolutely like fucking just weird, right? He was off. He was freaked out all day. And we're like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? He said, bro, the worst thing happened to me last night. We're like, what, man? Like, he had us wrapped. We're like, what the fuck can have you all fucked up? He goes, I was getting ready to take a shower last night. He's like, I sat down to go take a shit. He goes, I pulled my pants down. He goes, and a goddamn brown recluse came running out of my fucking underwear.
Yeah.
Out of his underwear.
Wow.
Came running up his fucking leg. He freaked out, slapped that bitch. He said he was fucked up for that all that night. He couldn't fucking sleep. Like he had no idea. He hadn't done anything from leaving work until he fucking went home to do that. So he's like, that motherfucker had been chilling in there for a hot damn minute. That
like
made it even worse. Right.
Fucking
well,
nice damp moist area for him to like friggin' hang out in.
but I was just thinking, man, because we had just
That's
like scrubbed a job because we had a literal wall of fucking brown recluses at my fucking job site that I was at. And so it had me all like fucking every day checking fucking everything, doing the fucking, you know.
That's
But yeah,
creepy
dude,
as
I'd never heard of no shit like that. Fucking that one kind of got me. I was like, ah.
Dude, I'd probably break down and start to fucking cry afterwards. You know, you get the initial shock, like get the fuck out. They're tripping because your drawers are down around your ankles and shit as you try and
right. Knowing that one bite could have meant the end of your whole manhood. And you would have just watched it fucking decay and fall off.
How the fuck are you gonna explain
the way
that to
he
your
thought of
lady? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, it was a spider bite, honest. Meanwhile, it's all swollen, it starts falling apart off like leprosy and shit like that.
Oh God. I couldn't even fucking imagine. That's why anything that doesn't look like a friendly little fucking hopping spider around here, if it's in my house, it gets fucking murked because we don't have those friendly fucking, unless it's really small and it's got a nice cute web. I let those ones stay. They're cute. They do good work.
Oh, I think they all die with extreme prejudice now. All the spiders now. Dude, fuck that. There was an active aggression towards me. I was cool for years. This is a breach of trust.
This was a breach of contract. One of your dumb motherfuckers fucked up. Now it's genocide.
Well, you know, like how you hear about like prison wars, right? It's like friggin' you got one of us, now we'll get one of you. It's spiders against people in this house, I guess. And we're probably gonna lose because there's a lot more spiders than there is fucking us.
Really. Right, and they'll bring in the big guns. Like, and when they bring in the big guns, like, you know, we bring in a big human, it's like what, just a little bit bigger than us. When like that motherfuckers bring in the big guns, they bring in something like that's like fucking big. Like to them, it's like a goddamn giant. They're like, oh, you want to fuck with my big brother? And I'm like, no, I don't. And he's only like a fucking 16th of the size of me.
I've seen arachnophobia. I'm well aware of what these fuckers can do.
Right.
It ain't pretty.
Right? Especially if they have some weird collective intelligence like they had in that movie.
Like a hive mentality. Dude, they'll like put me in a coffin and like hollow me out with like tunnels and shit like that, like they did to the dude in the movie. I know it. They're gonna be like, this motherfucker talking shit about us.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep, news. They fucked up the peace treaty.
Man, people fucking just tuning in. They're like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
There's a lot of rogue fucking spiders out there, man.
Spiders fucking around. We
rogue fucking spiders, all right?
A bit on my clavicle.
They was trying to suck on your nipple. Was trying to give you a hickey. Hey, I'm going to stand by that one.
That's an S-word assault, I believe. That's not cool. That's not cool. We don't preach that around here. You know what also came in the mail today? We got our new box of papers.
I like OCBs. OCB is a quality paper. Like that.
I like them. Except for, so I like the fact that a lot of shit you can just get online. It sucks that I can't go to the store and get a box of papers for even close to the same price, because I would pay more if I go to the store and get that stuff. But to me, it is just cool as shit that you can go online and be like, okay, to you're probably looking at about $2 a pack for these. This box is $20 Canadian. You get 25 packs, I think. Yeah, 50 papers per pack. And so that's not bad. Whereas if you're going to spend friggin', you're looking at about $50 a box, at least $50 if you're buying a pack at a time. So that's one of the ways we'll try and save money around here. And it works. So I think that's what my dad's getting for Christmas this year too, is a box of rolling papers. Because he was like, every time I go over there, he's got like no rolling papers. Always that, like, forget, it'll be like one time I'll go over there and he'll have like 5 packs. He'll have like the weird Juicy J flavored kinds. He'll have some zigzags, maybe some raw equivalents of these or something like that. And the next time you go over there, he's got none. And then I'm always giving him kind of whatever I've got left. So I think I'm actually going to buy him a box. I mean, that's what I'll do for everybody. Freaking everybody gets rolling papers. The kids get rolling papers. That's for doing paper mache. Friggin' the freaking pinata.
Just make sure they leave an opening at the top so Daddy can fill them out for them. You know what I'm saying? All right, take this to the next level, my man. You could be smoking the coolest fucking joints around.
Could be. Be sweet.
Just got to have a kid who's really good at paper mache with rolling papers.
Get the cross thing going on in the airplane.
Oh no, you got to do better than cross. You got to smoke like a Pikachu. I got
smoking the Pikachu.
Make a paper mache Pikachu and light that bitch up and fucking puff it out of the tail. All right, now you're talking some fancy shit.
I think you guys have paper mache mixed up with the folded up stuff. Paper mache is like paper and water flour slurry. I don't want to be smoking that.
Hey, look, man. They make fucking joints and shapes that they fucking smoke. So it's a paper mache type of thing. It's fucking sticky paper art. I don't know, man. Right? Somehow or another, they make it smokable. You know what? We will take fucking some straight up like resin, some live rosin, and we'll paint those fucking papers together. All right, instead of fucking plaster or flour, water, or whatever they use to make paper mache. So it'd just be rolling papers and fucking live rosin, and then stuff it full of weed.
Damn, origami. I thought that word started with a C. The whole time you're talking, I'm like, what's that word where they fold the paper to make cool stuff? It just starts with a C. And it's not the usual C word that gets thrown around here. Like legitimately confused. Then Noofs like pulls an origami. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's one. Boy, I wasn't even close.
Not even a little bit.
No. Not even on the same end of the alphabet, for fuck's sakes.
My dog's in there right now.
The fucking C word that gets thrown around here a lot, but not that one.
I don't want.
Well, maybe there's like 2 C.
Oh, you got a twofer.
Oh yeah, big old sucky.
You want to know what's up?
Oh, chin scratch. I was out of the house for a long time today, like 10 hours. So. Yeah,
and they're already needy motherfuckers. So
well, they had a pit stop. Someone came by and let them out. He missed Daddy. I've been sucking up to them lately, just hanging in the bed with a bag of treats and throwing it at them and shit, hanging out. So at nighttime, right around this time, is when I'm usually in bed doing that.
So they're like, "Hey, motherfucker,
where's my pepperoni? Where's my pepperoni, bitch? Let's go. We'll get some later, okay, girls? Yeah." I'm tired. I got so much sun yesterday, man. Killed me. Not used to that shit. Oof,
got soggy as shit. A little bit of sun today, but yesterday not so much.
Oh man, the kid I was working with today too fell in the lake. It was pretty funny. Yeah, right off the edge of the dock. See you. Splash.
Wait, so hold on. You don't just fucking. So you're working with this kid. You're working with this kid. Like, is this some fuck off work time? Like, are you just like transporting the boat down the dock, or was you like working on some shit and he like dipshitted it up and fell in. Because
No,
the
we were
realm of hilariousness changes a lot within this story. So
if we were working on a dock and we weren't really supposed to be there. Long story short, whatever. The homeowner was like, "My son's off work early. He does the same shit. I'm going to send him down to help you." So I'm like, okay, good and bad. You know, you don't know, right? Anyways, it worked out all right, but his bootlace caught something and like made him stumble a bit, right? And we're working on like 6-inch I-beam over top of water and shit. Whoop, wait, hey, splash. Yeah. No one got hurt though, just wet. And he lived there.
So you were not working with an iron worker, because I've never seen an iron worker who has this fucking lace.
I didn't fool off.
You didn't let a brother know, man. You ain't supposed to have laces up there on the beams like that. Because I bet he caught it on a fucking cross as you guys were going across. Probably hit it right on one of them. But I've snagged a fucking lace on them more times than I can count. Fucking scare the shit out of you when you're 150 foot in the air and you ain't looking down at nothing else.
No, fuck yeah. Don't keep your laces tucked and tight.
That's fucking right, man.
I probably could have said something, but not really. He was up to par on this shit.
You know, that's funny though, Cake. I never could stand a pair of fucking slip-ons. I had to have fucking laces. I never, like, I have a thing, like, I have to have like it tight around my foot. Otherwise it's all floppy and shit. It drives me nuts. So I have to like tighten the fuck out of my shoes when, you know, so I always had to have laces. Yeah, damn right. Tuck them bitches in.
Well, I find, even as like stupid as it might sound, you got a pair of oversized boots or whatever that is on your feet. You'll even go through shit like your socks more faster. Like I was working a mill job and I had a pair of boots that were kind of wide for my foot, so there's a little bit more play with my foot in there. And I was sitting there stepping on these metal pedals all day long, wanting to make my decks fucking start and stop. And all the fucking toes in my fucking, that was the socks that would go on my left foot, because that was the one I was usually stepping on with, had a fucking hole in it where the big foot is, or big toe is, fucking from all day long. Whereas if I have actually tight fitting boots, friggin', there's no play to be able to do that, right? You're friggin' feet there. Or when you get your fucking socks running down into your fucking boots to the end of your toes and shit like that, which is a major frustration because your freaking boots are too big. They don't fit proper. You get proper foot and footwear, it doesn't happen.
Oh, I'm sore.
I hear that. It was
I'm good.
It was a good effort today. It was one of those, well, it's fuck off Friday. So it's basically when the boss says, okay, here's the start line, there's the stop line. Once you finish, we get to go home. So
that's the best.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like getting a 12-hour paycheck and fucking 4 and being on your way home.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I gotta say, I do like it. So I'm just set for piecework. I wish we were able to get paid piece rates. So I'd absolutely be able to destroy.
I'd work fucking like 2-3 days a week, man. It'd be awesome.
Yep.
That, and when I wanted to make a lot of money, I'd work fucking 4 days.
Yeah, well, me and my foreman were talking about it yesterday. I by myself am pretty much the equivalent to a 2 or 3 man slash crew, given that the amount of meters we're supposed to be kind of getting a day to be considered making money still. And you hear a couple other guys that, you always get those guys that are content to hover around the bottom of the barrel, get the bare minimum to keep the boss happy, and we'll call it good. And I'm just not that guy. I don't always want to shoot for the stars either. I just go there every day, give my honest effort, and whatever we get, we get. But yeah, as I was told, I can do that. Like I said, the work of 2 or 3 guys all on my own. Was told yesterday. So I was like, oh, well, that feels good to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to say I like to say I'm still like that, but those fucking times of all that have taken their toll on me, and now I'm a equivalent of about half of one of them motherfuckers. But I'll do it a lot smarter now.
Well, that's the thing with gardening too. It's not that easy to get to jump around and kneel down and move about and do all that crap. Sometimes it gets tough, man. The 4x8 tent is like it's got a duck in there, and when it's completely full of plants, and you got to shuffle them all around. I wish I had a room some days.
Well, then you would build it. Then you would either do what I do or what everyone else does. You maximize that room, so you're walking and squatting and fucking moving all around that bitch anyway, because you've left what you thought was enough, but then you filled it in with what was obviously where you lacked it the first time you thought. So you fill it up with that much more, and then you're like, fuck. Or you overgrow the plants because you're like, look at all this room I got now. So you grow that motherfucker up, and you're like, woo, and then you're still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Be nice to have like some of them like folding or them rolling benches and that shit though. That's like fucking. Well, I would need like fucking 20-foot ceilings.
Whoa!
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, make it
He's down.
25-foot ceilings.
Roo. Why?
Yeah. But that's what I did. I thought what I thought would be a nice aisleway is a very tight aisleway for my old crippled ass. Probably would have been a nice aisleway when I was flexible.
Yeah, it's like that. You plant and then they grow, and then the aisleway just grows.
Yeah. Well, and it's a fucking it's a cloth fucking bed. So I put it at 18 inches. Now soil's settled and more soils went in and other things happened. And that side has bulged. So what used to be an 18, what used to be 18 is now 16. So, I'm losing space. But yeah, it'd be nice if it went the other way around. Cheers, Lucas.
Lucas.
What up, Lucas?
Black fly bites all over me. Fun stuff, cottage country. Here in the
I haven't seen any of them yet this year, thankfully.
I'll send some over.
There's like I don't even typically notice them while they're out doing their thing. It's usually like the next morning when you wake up and you like start scratching like the back of your head and you just feel all the little friggin' bloody scabs in your hands. You're just like, all the dried beers. Like, fuck, little bastards got me.
Yep, that's exactly it right there, buddy. There's just evidence left.
You're not nice. Not nice.
I did get the young guy that was working with me today. I did have some Mendo Breath and Primal Punch with me. Left that for the boys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do they enjoy?
Well,
are they connoisseurs or are they like weekend tokers and you just gonna fucking ruin their shit?
Oh, I'm just gonna put them all to bed. I told them. I said, don't smoke that one until you're done tonight. They're a bunch of 22-year-old hockey kids from London, Ontario. They're all like university kids. But I think it was his birthday this weekend or something like that. He said. Yeah, so he's got like 10 or 15 of them coming up with the cottage. So I could just fucking imagine the debauchery that's going to happen there this weekend. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. Glad I'm not around those days anymore.
Nope.
I don't need my name associated with stuff like that.
No. Even tonight, like I went around to see a couple buddies tonight. Just, they're in town or whatever. It's the May long weekend. And but he was working on, he's got a 57 something or other, whatever the hell it is. Nice old car. Went down there and just, you got your Fox for me? They were just, just drinking too heavy and shit.
That was
cool. What up, Lucas?
Hi.
That's because there's the Blue Kiss alarm.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There should be.
We've set it up. I thought about fucking with him and turning it off like one of these times because see what happens is you bitched at him about fucking being like, hey, motherfucker, I'm sitting back here, like, let me in. He's like, hey, I was stoned, didn't know you were there. So there's this nifty alarm. But see, what happens, what used to happen was I would jump in this bitch. He wouldn't know I was there. I would jump on the screen real quick, scare the fuck out of him. It was like the best way to start my Sunday every Sunday morning. And now it's ruined by the Blue Kiss alarm. So I'm gonna eventually I'm gonna turn it off and I ain't gonna let him notice. So if you get caught again sometime, no, it's my fault and I apologize now.
You know, I will say this after doing my own podcast and having people come on.
You get it?
Apologize for ever giving you grief. I just apologize bigly because it's hard. I didn't even know I had an elevator at one point. It's like, see people on. I'm going, how? I don't see them. They're right there. How?
Right?
Well, you learn as you go. It is what it is, right?
It's going to be quite the journey. I can't wait, though. I'll say that. I almost put out a podcast episode today because I'll give you the broad strokes on it. When I did my trim up this year, I did full plant hangs and cutting off different branches and stuff as I went and brought them in here and cleaned them up. And out the front door they went and right over the top of the rail there because I got a little deck there. And I also have my garbage can right there too so that I can just throw my garbage in there from the big bags. Well, I had to take out garbage this morning, and went fine. Same old. And then I brought the can back up and I went to put it back in place, but I wasn't going to put it all the way back into place because I had to still do the mowing and stuff. There was the weeds and shit growing. Weeds and shit were growing. So I've got now, tomorrow I'm going to do I guess pot and move 6 cannabis plants that are growing that were must come off when I threw the shit over the edge of the rail there. And I ran one of them over today when I was taking the garbage out. I'm trying to see if it'll come back, but if it doesn't, no biggie. I didn't really want 7 more plants anyway, but here I am. They're doing better than the shit I tried to actually germinate. That's what really pisses me off. You don't have to be good at this shit. You really don't. It'll do it itself. Just let it. Just let it.
Wait, hold on. I checked out because I was in chat. What are we just letting happen?
Let plants grow. Just let plants grow. Fuck them.
Yeah, it's fucking. You know what though?
Don't try to.
Sometimes they fuck up because like you fuck up or you put them in a bad place. I had one today. Had it all going. It was one that we got there from Miss Lilac at the last Food Fest. Real excited for some of these. Threw some down there. Today, I noticed, I was like, is that a fucking taproot? Or not a taproot. I was like, do I see a stem like coming out already? Like this is way too early for that, right? Like it was way too early for that. I'm like, what the fuck? But I looked down and it was starting to, sprout its taproot. But instead of drilling, it pushed itself up and out of the fucking soil.
Sometimes they do that.
I know. And it's just, that's like you said, man. Sometimes you can't just let it grow because it does weird shit. So you got to help it. You got to help it along, man.
Usually the help that we have to give it, that I have to give it, is getting the helmet heads off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that, you know what? Had I planted this one fucking deeper, I probably wouldn't have to get a helmet head off, but maybe it might not have made it above the soil either.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Who knows what would have happened with that one? I don't know why the fuck. I don't know why, a lot of times I've seen taproots do a fucking it hit something it didn't like, and it was like, oh shit, let me move. This one was like that.
Coming off side of your taproot, not a sideways root, dick.
Yeah, well, this motherfucker wanted to go down and down only, and it hit something that wasn't going to let it.
Ooh, I know what this means.
I actually hate blacks. But it's never a bad time for a dab frog.
That is a fact.
Yeah, with the tap roots, I remember one time I had one come up above the soil, probably like about, it ended up coming up about an inch above soil. It was probably a 2-inch section of the tap root there for maybe trying to redirect it down into the soil.
That's what I thought it was happening. Was I thought I just needed to like redirect, but when I like looked in close, this motherfucker had yeeted itself completely out. Like it was end of it was actually
gravity was about nothing.
No, this thing was like, I was like, I'd never seen one like actually physically all the way out. I thought that was kind of neat.
I think I need to put this one in a topsy-turvy.
Right? That'd be cool. I saw one of those. Somebody's doing one.
Yeah, my old man wanted me to do one. I never did.
I fucking did you see that one, Caribou? I swear someone sent that to me through Instagram.
Which one was that?
Fucking a pot plant and a topsy-turvy.
I don't know what a topsy-turvy is.
It's
the thing where it's like an upside down grow bag and you grow out of the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
Down. Yeah, they're growing a pot plant in it, and it's fucking all.
I have seen pictures and videos of that before. I don't know if I would have been the one to send you the one you're thinking of, though. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
That would be a cool project to try with any plant, really. I've seen it with tomatoes in real life. It's a cool novelty.
Well, if you have a cultivar that's especially floppy anyway, and you have to constantly be training it up, you might as well just put it in a fucking topsy-turvy and let it
grow upside down.
That's what I did with a gelato once because it was sprawling all fucking over, so I let it. Here you go. Buds are upside down. Fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I wonder if you thought about
yeah, like this grow I had.
So like I get kind of how it works with a fucking tomato plant, right? I mean, it's a vine, right? It'll just grow fucking down. Doesn't really care. It's just gonna grow whichever way it feels it's gonna. But like our plant likes to grow up. It knows where the fuck up is, right? Like so.
It usually apical dominant.
Yeah, motherfucker knows where up is. That's all. It knows where the goddamn sky is.
The fucking sun.
Yeah, so it's interesting, like what the ill effect, because so support, right? If this is a good to bring up just like a question about support. So like a lot of people, like if you support it right away, will it make a bigger bud because that branch feels stronger? It can let things move easier. It's never been struggling, right? Or if you let it kind of flop, will it grow to everything it could be? But now if you took that same especially floppy cultivar and just grew the motherfucker upside down, does it now think it's supported, or does it still want to try to fucking grow towards? Because I think that's the other thing. I don't know. I don't believe a tomato will actually grow towards, like it won't photo like
light.
Right. It won't do that, right? And that's part of the reason that ours will, because it is seeking light. So
don't tomatoes kind of swoop up though on the main vine? Don't they sort of almost like kind of come down and then kind of go off, like almost like as if they're seeking to go back up?
I mean, if you give them support, if it gets something to run on, otherwise it'll just it'll grow until it supports itself and flop. It'll just kind of go like this. Just through like, I believe
that's not necessarily not seeking sun. That's just having no backbone to be able to stand on.
But like turgidity, right? Like you kind of like see it lose its turgidity or its ability to hold that much mass up is all it's doing.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened. It's just too much for it. Just good. I don't want to have.
But I don't. But like your cannabis leaves will literally follow the sun, and I do not believe that a tomato will do that.
The sun, the bottom side is used to fold up to keep you from getting too much sun inside. It's actually meant to deflect, so it will normally just, if you put it upside down, it's going to flip its ass over. It just will.
Yeah, I just don't know if and I don't know if a tomato does that. I'm gonna have to. Never paid attention. Fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay attention this year.
As far as how much upright that plant will end up being is only equal to it, how much strength, how much turgidity it actually does have in its.
Yeah, but I mean, like, because I mean, it also gets into cultivar, right? There's definite if you keep it to like one main kind of viney stem that has been kind of properly supported, it stays fairly like thumb thick, and it will just stay one pretty malleable vine going all the way up, you know. And but if you let it, like if you top it and let it you know, get like a second, it will stiffen up more, and it'll, and there's other, you know, where I've had other cultivars of tomatoes that just have more tops, you know, they just flat out have more fucking tops. It's a more rigid plant as it grows anyway. It's like a totally different structure of a tomato plant than a lot of those binding, you know, producing mass produced types.
Well, the reason I ended up with what I did is because I had a gelato that was in the very corner of the grow, and I just couldn't get underneath it and behind it to do anything. It just was where it was at. I couldn't do anything. It was in a good spot for itself because it had good air circulation and shit. And then also it was a 100-gallon pot. So its pot mate was a bad girl, which was so fucking, it was like olive oil and some short little squatty thing, you know. It's just like, this one's reaching for the stars and this one's sprawling out all over. This one's purple, this one's green. And it was, yeah, and I just let it go, and I just went, fuck it, you both do what you want. I don't care.
You guys are just gonna do whatever the fuck you do, and I'll see you at harvest time.
I got bigger fish to fry than you guys. Just do whatever you're gonna do. And that's what I did.
I'm not even gonna waste a steak on your ass.
Yes, why? I can't get in there. Oh, I'm gonna break a branch trying to make you support it. Fuck it, just do what you're gonna do, and I'll be back. I still got a good yield out of it. It just was all floppy, and it looked kind of like grapes hanging there on the vine, and it was weird. But good.
Yeah, I've had some unruly plants before, and yeah, you just say with me, buddy.
Do what you gotta do, man, and I will too.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Let's be honest. I normally have so many things running at once that if I get into a big problem like that, I just don't have the time or energy to spend on it and trying to make it right. I mean,
with problem plants have very little tolerance for them. It's got to be something pretty impressive. I'm gonna fuck with it. It's too much.
Exactly. You are exactly right.
Ain't got no time for your bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run and grab something to drink real quick. I'll be right back.
No.
Oh, but I'm so thirsty.
Okay. Cheers. Let's all smoke a little bit while he's gone. Make us thirsty.
I was just thinking about that, and my wife convinced me to get some coconut pineapple, like pineapple flavored coconut water. And honestly, this is not thirst quenching or good at all. Fuck, it sucks.
Well, but
I'm drinking it.
I got some brisk lemonade in the refrigerator, which I forgot I had bought because I was real high. And then I ended up opening Coke, so I got to open Coca-Cola, and I wish I'd never opened the Coke, but I forgot I was high. I forgot I got the brisk. So, hope it is.
Man, every once in a while I get a craving for like one of them Arnold Palmers. But like the generic ass, like in the plastic jug one, you know, like from Lipton or some shit. Yeah, not like a real one.
Yeah, Lipton. Lipton. You can't trust Lipton. Who the fuck can you trust?
But they're all, or I don't know, whoever's fucking Arnold Palmer. Fuck. I feel like I'm gonna go Arnold. Some shit. Arnold.
On the ball.
But
don't
goddamn, those things are.
Baby, don't that Arnold Palmer.
Those things are fucking good in the summer, though. I need to try like those. I used to like to make like a green dragon with some like green tea and mint. It was actually really good together. Like, all except the alcohol part's always going to be a little fucking astringent, but with the cannabis to the fucking green tea to the spearmint, it's actually pretty well balanced together. I always wondered if that would actually go well with a little like like a little lemon in it. Also, you almost make like an Arnold Palmer type thing. Pour a little green dragon in that motherfucker. Let's get ripped. Take it the other way. Who could you name it after? It wouldn't be an Arnold Palmer like that. Oh boy, who are we gonna fucking call that shit? Who's an old stoner ass fucking golfer that like to
that Daly dude, but he's got enough shit named after
John Day. I think there's already a few drinks named after his fucking dude.
Yeah, he just like ran for the most drunk fucking golfer there was, and he won.
Dude, Daly's a badass. I love watching motherfuckers try to give him shit.
He makes the best memes.
Oh man, yes he does. That dude is fucking great.
I don't feel like there's another rebel golfer other than him though, to be that person.
Sitting there with his gut hanging out, and he's hungover. And
well, I mean, there is, but it was Tiger, and he's all still trying to be like a fucking
reinvent himself again.
I feel he's not so much a rebel as like a rich douchebag. Where he can just
good point.
He's got FU money, right? He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's Tiger Woods, so
but still, then people care about.
Yeah, but you know what? I believe
opinion of him. They do.
I feel like Tiger was keeping it fucking gangster on the fucking DL. You know what I'm saying? That's why his shit's like it is, right? That's why it's all fucked up. Yeah, he's fucking gang. He's a fucking OG from way back. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around with him, he's gonna put you on the corner and make you right.
You fuck around with that Swedish bitch he was married to, and she showed you what life's about.
I think she's got half now, doesn't she?
Yeah,
half buck.
I believe she was taking some of his drivers to the car, wasn't she?
Who knows? I fucking didn't pay any attention to any of that nonsense.
Good times. That was the first when he first started falling apart, man.
That was like the only fucking reason that like golf got interesting for like half a second.
Because of Tiger being not like the rest of them.
Well, he tried so hard to look like the rest of them, and you're like, oh, look, he's all fucked up. Yeah, that was the best part. I live my dumb shit out loud and proud. It's all those people who hide it that's funny as hell.
I honestly, I could never really feel sorry for celebrities that are going to rehab and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I want them to get better and I want them to succeed if they're trying to get well. But it's like you see all the outcrying and everything for them. And it's like, well, what about the people that I know that are struggling like hell? I'm actually losing these wars and stuff like that too. What about them? Where's the outcry for them? Because I've lost some really good fucking people to friggin' drugs. Like there's no outcry to get them help or anything like that, So it's like when I hear celebrities say, it's just like to me, you're just another person. Like when you start talking about having addictions and stuff, because it shows that they are people, right? Just like us, and they're susceptible to the same ups and downs and peaks and valleys of life like us, and they can fall subject to habits. And it's like I said, I want them to get well. I want them to be able to succeed at that. But it's like for the sympathy though, it's like nah. I'm sorry. I know there's people I actually know that are struggling. They need my support. Because I can support them in real time, you know what I mean? Like,
well, I take out all of my support and volunteerism and anything that I do. Any kind of financial thing is grassroots level, and it never goes. Nothing sees administration. Nothing. It's direct donation and direct hands-on help. There's really no other way to do shit. As some of you out there know about me.
I know about you.
Yeah, he knows about me.
I'm fucking
Don't let it get out that I'm sweet, because I am. sometimes.
That's it. Yeah.
Sometimes. Yeah. I just like to go like into Irie right now and drop the bomb. 2 more weeks until the DGC.
It's coming up, eh?
That I'm feeling pass on to somebody else. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. But he's got to worry about seeds and shit. I just got to worry about what I'm going to do with my dogs and how to get there.
Yeah, the logistics of dog ownership sometimes.
The dogs are actually my biggest problem as far as, I mean,
Moving around.
well, I got to put cameras on them. Got to make sure that they cannot break out while I'm gone. I don't need calls about or to go on camera and see. Oh, look, my dog is running out. You know,
Yeah.
Colorado.
Sorry.
So yeah, definitely there's things with having dogs and traveling that are a little problematic. And my daughter does come and check on the animals, but the one animal doesn't even like her. And if he gets loose, she can't get him back in. I have to call in the big guns. So I'm going to make sure that he doesn't get loose.
Cheers, Lobster.
What are you doing, dog?
I will say, though, I did go to the hash bash for 2 days. And when I came home, he was outside the gate on the wrong side of the gate. And I don't know how he got there. He was. I have a west yard and an east yard, and they don't connect together. They connect, but there's no way for him to jump the fence to get to the other side. Why would he? But still in all, he was on the wrong side of what he was supposed to be. I don't know how he did it.
Just wanted to show you that he can.
He could, but he couldn't get back to where his food and water were. He was on the side that didn't have the food and water. It's like, well, whoopsie. Hope it wasn't very long.
Let's rip up a dab here.
Yes, let's do.
Like a wonderful time to me.
Give a little shout out to Hot Rod Head Stash. I got some lovely honey banana resin here. Resin? It's good though. It's a good shape. And yeah. It's me fucked up. Somebody was asking me today about how you get monetized on a YouTube channel.
Don't do what we do.
That's exactly what I said. I said there's only 2 ways to get money. One is watch your P's and Q's, don't get high, don't show plants, don't have fun, and still get a lot of people to watch you. And then, yeah, I don't know how that works exactly. Mr. Grow It kind of did it, but yeah.
To the
Or
best of my knowledge, as soon as you get 1,000 viewers or subscribers, you can monetize.
do you?
However, once you monetize, YouTube has a lot more sway over what you can and can't do.
During your shit.
Yeah, that's for that reason is one of the reasons why we've just sworn that we will never monetize this YouTube channel.
Isn't curse words one of the things they'll take money from you for?
It would not surprise me. And like I swear way too much. I'll be the first to tell you that. But like I when we started this, like we wanted conversations to like where people can talk like they would normally talk if we were in the shop or something like that, you know, if you're working on a truck or something like that. Real conversations. And you know, real conversations oftentimes involve swear words and stuff like that. It's like I realize there are a lot of people out there that speak much better than us and they don't swear and curse very much. But for the most part, when I like see people talking on TV shows and stuff, I'm like, that's not how people talk. You know, it's like at least not the people I know.
I do sometimes, but it's a rarity.
Yeah.
For example, I just said rarity. But that's me. I will say I had a proud moment in I had a insurance guy here selling me my Medicare policy, trying to steer me one way or the other, you know. And telling personal stories and whatnot. He was keeping it very much Mr. Christian, G-rated. I could tell, you know. And I said something. I said fuck or something. I believe it was fuck. And then I went, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, I swear like a sailor, and I'm trying my best not to, but it's gonna happen. Sorry. Oh no, so do I. I went, oh, okay. Yeah, and I'm looking at this dude going, no, you don't. You have no clue. And so my goal was he could not break from his role of selling insurance and not swearing. He could not break that until the very end, man. I had him saying effing this, and he said it quietly though. It was quietly effing. He's saying, like, who's gonna hear it besides me? I'm not recording you, dude. Loud and proud say fuck. It's like,
it's funny when we were seeing one of the concerts there that we were at recently. One of the bands is like, you know, put your middle fingers in the air. And I look at my daughter and I'm like, I'm pretty much like, put up the ghetto bird. And you can tell she like she wanted to. You can see that eagerness. Then she put it up and then like took it down right away. And she's like, no, I can't. Like, it's, you know, like, remember like when you were, I don't know if everybody was like this for everyone, but like you could get away with the odd curse word when you were camping. Because, you know, we're camping and this is what happens, sort of thing. And it's kind of like that when you're at a show, in my opinion. Like, you know,
have some fun.
Yeah, but it was funny because you could see she started like kind of blushing, like embarrassed. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that.
Supposed to do in front of your dad, who's told you you're not supposed to maybe do that in most situations. You gotta not say those words or do those gestures.
But it feels good to be bad sometimes. And she's just like trying to be like, oh, like also actually I remember another time where there's been 2 times where she'll be texting and or talking to her friend, and it happens to be the same friend each time.
Oh, it's like, friend.
Oh yeah, no, this is one of the 2 friends that she'll get in trouble with this friend. I can.
Yes, I know, the incorrigible friend.
But it's like she'll answer the like Brooklyn answers the phone, and she's like, way to go on fucking answering the phone. And like as soon as Abigail she's sitting right beside me when she says this, right? And she's like as if she's gonna get in trouble for her friend swearing.
Yeah, like Dad doesn't know I say those words. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, absolutely. Kingfisher. Yeah. Freaking spider bite is itchy. It kind of, you know, like when after you get stung by a bee about 20-30 minutes later, when it doesn't really hurt anymore, it just has that slight throb and a little bit of a fucking stingish to it every once in a while. Kind of how it feels like that. You're on mute.
I got sunburn, so my back's all weird feeling and black.
I hate that. Your back gets like all itchy and uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a shower and she'll be all right, you know. Some aloe on there.
Yeah. I generally do the farmer's tan now though, because I hate it when my fucking back and shoulders just get nuked. It's funny because I used to be one of the you know, shirt off all the time and just like get a real good burn on like at the beginning of the year, and then you kind of start tanning after that. But I don't know, I might turn into old and wimpy because I don't want the burn anymore. I'll do farmer's tan.
Yeah, I usually have a pretty rockin' farmer's tan because I try to protect myself from the sun because I'm in it.
You guys don't know nuts about no farmer's tan. I rock that farmer's tan like nobody's business. I said, fair-haired, blonde, no, we will burn ourselves until we make leather every year.
Yes.
I don't really burn. I get a little like it goes, hey, the sun hit us, and then it goes, let's go brown. So I'm good with it, but I do pay the price. I do have a little bit of the wrinkles now from kissing at the sun. I guess that's what I did.
Can we explain the cake? What a farmer's tan is?
It's when you got lines because you wear clothes of certain styles, and
Yes.
usually
a
a
t-shirt.
a true farmer's tan. And my father rocked the best farmer's tan. He had the V coming down on his neck from his work shirt, and then his arms from here down were dark, dark, dark. And then he basically had on a white as the white background shirt where his actual skin was. Literally, yeah. You could see the outline of a flesh colored shirt, but it was white flesh because my dad was also very, very light skinned. And in his later years, he had big chunks of cancer cut out because he was a farmer and went out in the sun every day.
Then they got the trucker's tan. That's just the one arm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was also a trucker at one point. He was a milk truck driver, and so he was always got the one arm out. Yeah.
That gets that name.
It's good stuff. We have like a farmer's tan competition where it'll be like now and then a bunch of pictures throughout the summer, and at the end, see who gets the best one.
Yeah, I got some old timey pictures of my dad in his swimsuit that my mom took at a lake somewhere where he's got his arms like this, and you can see freaking farmer's tan big time.
Glowing.
Looking great, Ed.
Yeah. When the room gets lighter and the lights, you walk in.
Yeah, it's glow in the dark.
Yeah. That's great though. Those bring back some memories of summer, man. I'm looking so far forward to this summer and seeing everybody.
It's gonna be a good time.
I want to get out and do some camping. We're gonna do some camping. I think we're gonna do the kind of easy pre-made camping spots that I fucking hate going to, but it'll be easy and convenient for us. And I'd rather go do that because we'll be hanging out with the in-laws, and they're bad as fuck. I love them. So we'll hang out with the in-laws at the lake, do some swimming, kayaking. Unfortunately, not much fishing because the lake fucking sucks for fishing. It's a tourist lake. What can you do? But we can get some fishing or some swimming and kayaking done.
Well, I got to be truthful. I was looking at all the travel times that I'm going to be gone away from my grow, and yeah, I'm going to have to really do some creative growing to make things happen the way I want it to. But if I'm on it when I'm here, not sloppy like I normally am, I should be okay.
See, I feel like I did a good thing when I decided to grow up at my parents' place, and my old man will water my plant for me and keep that going because I've got him all obsessed with
nice. Yeah, that's nice when you've got that, and that's what I kind of have too. And like the DGC Cup, which is going to be literally 2 weeks from now. Well, I know what I've got out in my yard, and I know what I'm going to have in 2 weeks, and it's not going to be anything I can walk away from for 4 or 5 days and go, oh, it's all going to be good. I'm glad I'm chugging. No, I don't know what I've got, but I'm going to have definitely some hands-on people helping me. Making sure my shit stays alive for those 5 days, just for the water of it. Or, maybe my greenhouse needs to be open and shut for my little ones and things like that. So, it takes a village to have a blue kiss garden.
Good stuff. You're looking at a gap.
Yeah, let's. Even though I just did one.
Well, I did too, but it seems we're getting close to the end of the night.
It's all right. You know what? It's Friday. Why not?
Well, exactly. It's Friday. It's a long weekend up here in Canada.
Yeah, what is this weekend for you guys after all?
I honestly don't know. I'm bad. Like, I know these stat holidays are supposed to mean something, but it's
what's important then?
It means I get to hang out with my kid and my girlfriend for the day and get paid for it. So I'll take it, I find out about them like yesterday. I found out we don't have to work Monday. And I'm just like, oh, sweet.
Those Canadian rando holidays.
It's Queen Victoria. Something to do with Queen Victoria.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The uptight chick that had all the kids and hated children.
I think it's just a holiday
Oh, it's my favorite historical English monarch story is Queen Victoria having a shitload of children and hating children.
When we were younger and we didn't really care why there was holidays, and sometimes we still don't. May 24 was like the kickoff to the camping season, to the outdoor fun, and you got your canoe or whatever, and you went up the lakes and
So
camped out.
the tippy canoe vacation, or
A couple cases of beer, you know.
So basically, the English put some holidays on your asses, and you just use them for whatever you want to kind of use them for. Is that what happened? You colony people, I don't know.
Well, there's so much damn water in Ontario. Canoes are everywhere.
No, I'm saying you have holidays and you don't even know what they're freaking for.
Oh, well, yeah, whatever. Give me another one. I'll take one.
You know what I liked is the one in August 1st. The one actually isn't that, what is that called? It's a stupid name for a holiday, but you get a day off and extra fireworks.
What is the August 1st long weekend?
I was in Niagara Falls for it. I know one year I went and I got to go up. They had extra fireworks that time on the Monday instead of just usually they have them on Friday night or Saturday, whatever. But they had it on that Monday too, and my daughter and I went.
Civic holiday.
The civic holiday, is that what it's called?
Yeah. It's a public holiday that's celebrated throughout Canada every year on the first Monday of August. The holiday goes by many different names depending on which province you're in and which community you're in when it comes to Ontario. In Toronto since 1969, it's been known as Simcoe Day.
Well, when I was in Niagara, it was Civic Day.
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to do something civically minded, so.
No, just don't go to work, I guess.
Yeah, I went to a casino.
Yeah, there you go.
Hotel. It was at night though. We were sightseers during the day.
Yeah, Niagara's pretty cool, but it's not all it's got.
You know what? One thing I really liked about Niagara that you wouldn't think of all of the sightseeing stuff was the Ripley's Believe It or Not museum.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Those fascinate the shit out of me. I don't know why. Collection of fucking 4-leaf clovers. Jesus Christ. You know, not even the fact that they had this fucking huge collection or the woman found these 4-leaf clovers. But, I mean, Jesus God. Yeah, collected them, got them there, got them all mounted up on the walls. But you have to be high. You have to be high.
The lights went off in the tent. Everybody is asleep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, does that mean more dabs?
Oh, pretty soon. We're just about done with the show here, so I gotta give my
right
because I'm doing like actual real life dabs, which I hadn't done in a while. And at the end of I think it was the last show, I was like choking for like 10 minutes after, just like couldn't catch my breath.
I gotta be totally honest. I may be off on a little higher plane tonight again, like I normally am. But yeah, it makes me easy. I find dabbing much easier when I'm skipping and tripping.
Getting into it.
I feel like it's at the point where if you didn't show up on a Friday night on mushrooms or acid, it's like
it wouldn't be a Friday night, would it?
Yeah, no, I don't think it would.
If I just disappeared on a Friday night and somebody called and to check on me and found me asleep and going, "What are you doing?" They'd be like, "Oh, who is this person?" The pod people came and took Blue Kiss. Yeah, I know. I have a reputation to maintain now. Actually, it's just fun to do on Friday nights.
Oh, fuck yeah, Friday night. I'm gonna go have a shower. I still have my work boots on, for fuck's sakes. These things have been on my feet.
What?
6:30 probably.
But it took me so long to get here as I came and I took a shower.
They're gonna be nice and right.
They'll
be good.
Yeah.
They will be decent.
I know how that is, though. Afraid to still be in your work
Good
clothes come
day.
showtime.
Oh,
I went for a little motorcycle jaunt to go see a few friends. So I kept before I even got in the shower, I talked to my buddy. I was like, you know what? I'll shoot out now. You guys are standing in a shop fixing a car. I don't need to be dressed up for that. So I went down there in my work clothes and then, sat by a fire for a bit too. And then came here. And the show was already gone on. So I just jumped right on.
Man, I hope we get to have fires this year. It's we got wildfire seasons already kicking off in BC. People getting evacuated up north and shit like that. And I'm like, it's
in fact,
it's going to be a bad one, I think. So I don't think it'll be much longer before we get like campfires and stuff like that are banned. Province.
Yeah, our friends in Manitoba just this last week had an incident with fires stinking up. They woke up to stinky houses.
Yeah, it's
on for 3 days.
It's a scary thought. It's a scary thought.
I mean, I have friends in Manitoba. I don't know about you all. I know G-Bay does too.
Not Manitoba, but up Fort Nelson where they're evacuating. Also Fort McMurray. They've already gone through this once before. Really not all that long ago. I think it was the last 10 years. So it's shitty, but it's a fact of nature. Well, not all are fact of nature.
Aren't you also going through somewhat of a drought right now too?
Not in our area. It's been raining for it was pretty dry year up until the last few days, but I think just about every day this week I was working in the rain. So, which is a great sign because we did not get much snow this year, and while you can still see the snow up in the mountains and shit like that, they didn't get I don't believe we got the snowpack that we usually would have.
We didn't get anything to snow at all. Nothing at all.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to be a dry, hard summer, and hopefully not smoke filled. Because those just make it worse. I find that's so much worse than those dreary winter days where you feel the total lack of serotonin in your body. You're just,
Oh, I know that one. I do withdrawal myself from lack of serotonin for sure.
Yeah. I find those real smoky days freaking do that because we get up early, usually starting our work days at about 6:30 in the morning. And it's light out, or supposed to be light, but it's dark because of the friggin' it's so smoky out everywhere you look that it seems like it's just kind of breaking day, but it's not. And then you never get to see the sun all day, just smoky haze. It's fuck. It sucks. So please don't throw your cigarette butts out the window of your car. Use an ashtray.
Yes, exactly what he said.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're just about done. I start doing the whole winding up process of the show. I want to thank everybody live chat for coming on, hanging out with us tonight. It's always good fun. I want to thank Fluff for coming on with me and hanging out, keeping it down. G-Bay, for you, always a pleasure, dude. One of my favorites to hang out with. Lucas, you're just fun at all times. I love hanging out with you.
I try to be informational about five.
Another Friday night, man. Great time.
Yeah, another Friday night. I would say a successful Friday night.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah. I do believe so. My brain is thoroughly fried. And I think may as well friggin' shut her down. Well, so
play some rock and roll, and then we'll do a last hit and get on.
Yeah. So we'll get out of here, and we'll see you all Sunday morning for the Wake and Bake. It's gonna be a hell of a time as usual. Same bat time, same bat channel, and you know what it is. We're gonna play some rock and roll. Bless your souls. Yeah.
And right now, I'm going to play you the stupidest goddamn song you have ever heard in your entire fucking life. And if you can't hear it for the right fucking reasons, you're going to love it. Get your fucking hands up in the goddamn air with me. Let me see you dance.
scared the shit out of me. Cheers.
It would have been even better if I didn't have myself on mute when I tried talking when we did. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great weekend. Oh, fucking yeah. There you go.